In today's political and social climate, it's more important than ever to become politically active. Protesting is a noble, patriotic, and simple way to get involved with a movement, but unfortunately, many people don't even know where to begin. My name is Ellie Condelis, and I'm the president of Democracy Matters here at SUNY New Paltz, and a member of Peace Action and New York Students Rising. I've organized multiple rallies and protests on campus, and advocated for campaigns like women's rights, common sense gun reform, and affordable higher education. Today, I'm going to show you how to get involved in a movement by creating your own activist toolkit. So, once you've gathered a group of people who are united by a similar cause, you want to create a specific agenda for the day of your protest. You want the day to be as organized and as cohesive as possible, avoiding any confusion. So you're going to want to set a strict timeline for when the event is going to occur, and make sure you know the events and activities that are going to occur during the actual protest. You also want to go about the proper legal proceedings for the event. This might include obtaining a permit from the city for the location of the event, and you might want to consider having a police presence at the event to increase safety. It's also really, really important to promote your event because you want people to come. Social media is a great tool for any activist. It's probably the easiest way to reach large amounts of people in a very, very short amount of time. So create a Facebook event, share it on all your other forms of social media like Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, send out mass emails, anything you can to get the word out. This is a really, really effective tool, and it's probably the catalyst for most rallies and protests today that get a really large turnout. So once you've got that in place, you can start preparing for the rally. And probably the most fun and exciting part about preparing for a protest is creating your signs. You can make them out of cardboard boxes. You don't have to be an artist. It's really simple. All you have to do is create a sign that advocates for what you believe in a very simple yet powerful way. So you just need your basic art supplies, pens, pencils, paper, and all you gotta do is just get your voice down on paper and send that message. Again, it's probably the most fun part of protesting because you get to be creative. Next, you want to make sure you're physically and mentally prepared for the protest. So you're going to want to drink lots of water, bring water with you, have snacks, get a good night's rest the night before. And, protests don't always occur in the best weather conditions. It might be cold, it might be raining. So you want to make sure you have hats, scarves, gloves, jackets if it's cold out. And you want to wear practical shoes as well. You also don't want to carry around anything bulky, so smaller bags, the handbags are really key in making sure you have all your stuff together and you're not, getting tired carrying things around. You also, if you're going to be protesting a lot, you might want to invest in a megaphone. It's a really fun way to literally have your voice heard and lead people in chants and calls for action. Finally, it's really important to acknowledge that not everyone is going to agree with your message. So if you're protesting a particularly controversial topic, you are likely to attract counter-protesters. So these people are probably going to come and they might try to incite a negative reaction from you. It's really, really, really important not to engage with counter-protesters. No matter what they say to you, no matter what they do to you, just ignore them because they're detracting from the positive message that you were trying to spread. You want to be civil, you want to be professional, and responding to counter-protesters is not the way to do that. It's just going to make you and your movement look bad. So as you go about protesting, you got to remember that activism does not stop at a protest. You need to take all the passion and energy that you put into your protest and continue it. The best way to enact real social change is becoming truly politically involved. So you want to research your candidates, research your representatives, stand behind people who are going to support a cause that matters to you. The best way to do this, the best way to have your voice represented is to register to vote. Voter registration drives are going on all the time. You just have to look for them. And your vote really is your most powerful weapon when you're wanting to enact social change. This is our democratic system, and it's how we get the representation that we want in the government. So if you're protesting a cause that you're very passionate about, you can make that cause a national issue by electing officials who are going to fight for that issue on behalf of you. So today, in establishing this activist toolkit, I hope I've given you the tools to continue your activism, and I hope that you all remember that it's important to continue on, get out on the streets, march, protest, but become a real political activist by voting and encouraging your peers to vote as well. That way you can truly be the change that you want to see.